Hi, I came across this interesting position online which is billed as white to play and mate in 3 moves, but I'm disputing it. I think that in fact it has to go to a 4th move. Let's see if I'm right. Just looking at this position, the obvious key moves to consider for white are to control the black squares. Now this is the first one that I had in mind, controlling here and here, with the queen doing the job here. But in my opinion, it fails to this. Because here, white must deliver a checking move, otherwise the next move, of course, will be for black to take the white bishop on c3. And then it would be impossible to pin down the black king within the required number of 3 moves. So therefore, the pretty clear-cut move has to be that. And then black has a flight square here. He has a flight square here. Let's just try this one. And then if you bring the bishop here, you can come out here and there's no mate in 3. Or if you bring the king here, queen here, beg your pardon, he takes the bishop. But this is equally as good because he's attacking the bishop on g4. There's no mate in 3. So what I then thought, let's try taking the bishop a bit further down the board. That's the starting position again. Try this. What we're doing here is we're controlling these 2 black squares, again the queen, but the reply is exactly the same. And again, for the same reasons, white must deliver a checking move, otherwise it would be bishop takes bishop. So the checking move in question, of course, you would undoubtedly go for this. Now thinking this time, well, the flight square is covered here, and he can't go here, and he can't go here. So he would only have one move, which would be here. So white has played bishop e5, then bishop d4, then queen e1, and then king d3. How can white checkmate on the move here? Well, quite simply, he can't. Because even if he played here, there's a flight square here. So there's just no checkmate at all there. Just take a good look at that, and I think you'll agree with me. It's not possible to mate in 1 move. So what I think it should have been billed as is a checkmate in 4 moves. Again, that's the original position. And can you see the key move here? Well, I think the key move is this, queen f5, because what this queen does is it restricts black's king to 1 move. Let's just check out the king move first, and he goes here. So how does white respond to that? Now, if you think about this for a moment, and I've identified this on previous videos, if white could get a certain piece to a certain square, he could deliver checkmate. In other words, if he could get his queen to there, that would be checkmate. So how does he try and get his queen to there? Well, he puts it here, and then on the next move he's threatening that. So how does black thwart that? Well, he could play his bishop here to stop queen c3. The problem with that is white then plays there. And that is indeed a mate in 3. However, black can play, instead of bishop e3, bishop there. It's stopping here. Of course, white can take the bishop, but that's not a mate in 3. So 2 moves down, queen f5, king d2, queen f3, bishop d4. The only move really is to play here, queen e2 check. And then, of course, black has a flight square. And then it's mate, not by bringing the queen here, of course, because what you'd be thinking is, well, the queen's covered by the bishop, and this bishop covers the square here, but the bishop would just take the queen. So instead of that, he just plays to d1, and that is checkmate in 4 moves. So we've covered the king move. Let's just look at the bishop moves. There's a certain interposition in this, as you'll see. The original position again, queen to f5. Instead of the only king move, king d2. Supposing he plays bishop here, here, or here, it doesn't really matter. We then go here. He's forced to go here, and then, like I said before, getting the queen to c3, that is in fact mate in 3. However, let's put it back for a moment. The key move again is bishop d4. This is the stumbling block to white being able to deliver mate in 3 moves. So we played queen f5, bishop d4. And again, white must give a checking move because black is threatening to hamper any possibility of hemming himself in. So again, really the only move is to play queen f3. Black uses his flat square on d2. Remember, the bishop here stops the queen from going to c3, which would otherwise enable white to deliver checkmate. So that's 2 moves, queen f5, bishop d4, queen f3 check, king d2, white's 3rd move. He cannot deliver mate. If he brings his queen here, there's a flight square here. So the only move that he has again, like in the previous variation, is queen e2 check. Black is forced onto the back rank. Again, don't play queen b2 because the bishop, just play queen d1, and that is a mate in 4. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I think I'm right in saying it, but anybody that can solve this in 3 moves, please do let me know, and goodbye for now.